Hey y'all, this is David, the Georgia photographer, and today on Cameras and Coffee, we're gonna pick the winner of the PowerAd Power Brick and talk about some interesting stuff. First of all, I want to thank everybody that went to the trouble of producing a photography still life photo for the contest and submitting it or putting it on Instagram and tagging it. There was 4 total entries, which I kind of figured there wouldn't be a lot, but you know, I was hoping for more than one and I got more than one, so I'm happy. I really appreciate you guys, joining in and playing along. And I used one of them random number generators on the internet. Well, it didn't take it long to come back with a number since the total was 4, and it was number 1. Woody Mallory wins the Power Brick. Thank you for submitting, Woody. I appreciate you sending your photo in. Woody went to the trouble of emailing it to me, as well as going to my website and pinging me through my website on the contact me page to make sure I got the email. And if you haven't ever used that, it shows up in my email as a Squarespace submission form. It tells me it comes from the web page. So if anybody ever contacts me through the website, I know that's how they got there, and it gives me backside metrics. I know that the website's getting visited by that. Does it make sense? That means I need to update my portfolios with some fresher content. I've got a bunch of photos I've taken. I should at least pick a few and stick them in those little galleries. But I appreciate you using it, Woody, and thank you for joining in. Here's the photos that were submitted for the contest. With the state of the world as it is, Georgia has decided to be the first state to jump back into the fray, and they're opening the state back up. The governor has decided that the curve has been flattened enough that the medical system can now handle the coronavirus patients that will inevitably come from reopening the economy. You can't isolate everybody forever until this virus completely dies out. It's just not economically possible. So because of that, what the whole goal of this mess was to spread out the patients getting sick over a broader period of time instead of having them all at once overwhelming the system. Because if you overwhelm the system all at once, you have a lot of people who don't have access to advanced medical care, and they ultimately end up dying from things like complications from the virus. Typically the virus won't kill them, but it's complications like pneumonia, or there's some kind of pulmonary fibrosis thing that happens from it, and you have to have advanced medical care to combat that. So that's why they've been really pushing for people to stay at home and let this kind of slow down to where they can get a handle on it and get infrastructure in place. And there's 2 arguments to that. And I really don't want to go down those rabbit holes, but you have the conspiracy theorists who think it's about government control and world domination, and then you have the government loyalists who believe the government can do no wrong and that they're doing everything they can to protect us. And, who do you believe? When governments have lied in the past and told the truth on some stuff. So you know what I do? I go take pictures of stuff. With that said, I wanted to bring up another point. I haven't been doing as much actual just plain old photography lately because I've been trying to make video content. And video content is a much slower process for me. It comes out because I have to shoot the video and then reshoot some clips and then take those clips into Resolve, cut out all the pregnant pauses and all the me going and ums and all that garbage. And once I get all that cut out, I condense it into a video to export it, and then I upload it at night while I'm asleep. You get the idea. With photos, I import them. I pick the ones I like the best. I edit those. I'm done. It goes a lot faster. But here lately, I've been wanting to play with some projects. The Lens retrofit video series is coming, and it's a series because it's too long to be one video. Things like that have kind of tied me up. So I haven't been out getting as much just outdoor photography. We've went on a few walks and I've recorded them and I've uploaded them. Like, you know, the past few weeks, you've seen one from St. Elmo and you've seen one from North Chattanooga where we went for a walk, things like that. And I enjoy doing that. The lens adapter video is going to be kind of good. I got a little bit of machining in it. I got, you know, the process I thought through, it's all in there. The long and short of it is, I don't really have a bunch of photos to share with you. I do have a few from where I took that 63-year-old lens out and took some photos with it after I got the adapter made and got it actually on the X-T3. It's actually a pretty good little lens. That thing has a 10-bladed aperture. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys for a few minutes about kind of what I've been doing, you know, what the state of the world's in. What do y'all think about the whole going back to work and turning back on the economy? I mean, I was talking to some fellas the other day about the oil fields. You know, when oil prices went negative, that pretty much shut down U.S. oil production. All that shale production, it's not cost effective if the cost per barrel isn't at a certain threshold. So all them people just got laid off. It just shut all that down. You know, it's great for the end user in the short term, but what you're going to see is now that they're not producing at all, the price will probably start creeping back up. And it's going to go up to probably more than it was before this hit. So enjoy your cheap gas prices now, because it ain't going to last. It's about to get really, really ugly, if I had to guess, as far as that goes. There's going to be some yo-yoing in the oil industry for it to settle back out and be a steady thing again. But lots of oil field workers are losing their jobs over this right now. We're supposed to start seeing things kind of hopefully returning to normal over the next couple of weeks. I'm curious to see how that looks. I want to see what normal is after all this is over. You know, I don't think it'll ever be like it was before, but anything's got to be better than what we're living with now. I'm ready to get out and go do some landscape photography. You know, there's lots of places that you just can't go. They're closed. Can't go to them. I've rambled on long enough. With that, this is David, the Georgia photographer. And if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button and the like button. I'd appreciate it. And until next time, get your camera out and go take a picture with it. And hashtag your images with GeicoTap. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.